Stand with the light or drop into darkness at Florida's best anime convention. It's MetroCon 2017, Faithful vs. Fallen, featuring 4 days of events, panels, and special guests. The Ghosts will play with the Metro Star Party, ignite the heart at the Metro Fire Show, relax yourself at the Fantasy Masquerade, laugh it all off with Metro Night Live, search for fame in the Rhythm City Chronicles, and choose your side at the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. And that's not all. Be sure to shop for swag at the humongous dealer's room. Dance the night away at the Metro Massive Rave Party. Compete for glory in one of several contests. And of course, meet some amazing special guests. This year's guest lineup includes artist No Flutter, cosplayer Pikapilachu, singer Caleb Hiles, Ray Chase, Max Middleman, Robbie Damon, Paul St. Peter, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, Christina V, Vic Manana, and the man himself, Steve Bloom. So head to metroconventions.com to get your tickets today. Then meet us at the Tampa Convention Center August 3rd through 6th, 2017 for 4 whole days of anime fun. It's MetroCon. Keep the gear turning on.
It was 2 years ago that Count Marius Ladorf, Elector of Averland, was slain in the third battle of Blackfire Pass. Although he died a hero, Ladorf had been known in his lifetime as the Mad Count, and was as renounced for his melancholy, wit, and skill with a sword. Furthermore, he left no clear successor. And so this is an uncertain time for Averland. A sinister figure stands poised to take advantage of this period of uncertainty, conspiring with the enemies of the Empire. He intends to manipulate the succession for his own advantage. Already this man holds the underworld of Averheim, Averland's largest city, in his grip. Meanwhile, a group of mutant assassins prey on the poor and dispossessed, and an expedition returns from the far-off Southlands, and all proceeds according to the design of the sinister Black Cowl. Into the midst of this conspiracy steps a small group of heroes. Their adventures will take them far to the north, and into the heart of the Empire. They will be both Catspaw and foil. They will be embroiled in politics and war. And they alone will save the Empire from its greatest enemy, the enemy within.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our brand new tabletop RPG. This is the Enemy Within, live here on RVTV. How we all doing, everybody?
Well, I didn't need them eardrums anyway.
Let him.
Oh my God! I'm already half dead, you bastard!
All right, first off, don't worry. Eardrums grow back.
Bullshit! I've been half deaf in my left ear since I was 6.
I was making a reference to the medic. Second off, let him have this spot because that has probably been building up for 3 weeks.
No kidding. Yes, folks, it's the Shades here, along, of course, my lovely wife, Lady K, and the boys, Matty Jay, Mike Shell, Mildra the Monk. How we doing tonight?
You motherfucker, I swear to God.
You're getting the book upside the head. I can already feel it.
Probably. Oh, man.
All right.
And I think Biohybrid's he's kind of happy that Lady K is back, but at the same time kind of disappointed that he can't join tonight. Bio, actually, we're probably going to need to talk to you after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Reason
be ready.
being, my schedule might be changing in the next month. There's no reason hiding at this point, boys.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. Meaning she won't be permanently a part of this game. She'll be here temporarily. So, Bio, you might get your chance. We'll talk to you after the show, dude.
All right.
That being said, we have a brand new game. A brand new... Well, brand new for us anyway. Warhammer's pretty old school. It's been around for quite a while. So, I mean, even I've heard of Warhammer. And that's saying a lot because I don't know shit about TRPGs, and even I know what the fuck Warhammer is. Mainly because I know Warhammer 40K. I used to go to a hobby shop back in our old town, Spring Hill, and they used to have Warhammer 40K all the fucking time. Like, they had a whole table set up for it and everything. It was insane. Like, they made their own custom table specifically for Warhammer, and they were playing on it all the time. So,
Okay, now let me give a minor bit of history. And Matty, pause that thing.
What thing? Oh, wait, I have control over it?
Yes, you clicked on it by accident.
I'm actually not pulling up the music this time because we're not risking any more copyright.
Yeah, I get.
Yep.
I do have a separate jukebox that I set up that is using a bunch of stuff from Fanburst and Incomplete Text, so as well as Battle Bard. So hopefully we don't get fucked over this time. But regardless, Warhammer started out as Warhammer Fantasy Battle in 1983. That is how long the Warhammer universe has been around. So there's a wealth of knowledge to deal with, and yes, eventually that did result in 40K. But Fantasy came first, then we got 40K. So it's had its ups and downs over the years, and had to deal with Games Workshop being dicks. But we are running a interpretation of what could be considered the original long-form campaign, and that is The Enemy Within. Now, this is the variant that was used in the recent 3rd edition. Recent and controversial, I should say. But it does things similar to the original from 1989, and it does its own things as well. So we've got a bit of history here. And with that said, I'd like everyone to kind of go in a bit of a circle when it comes to introducing the characters that they will be playing. Now, yes, I did make a bit of an article called "Meet the Bastards" on my own personal blog, but for the sake of clarity, Jades, how about you go first?
Okay, then. Well, as you can see on screen right now, yes, let's ignore where the image actually comes from, and let's just talk about the actual character. Aristeo von Brenner. I'm a pistolier that comes from a royal family, and basically I'm going to be the high and mighty type. I'm going to be the snob of the group, because we needed an excuse for me to do my Sig voice again.
In other words, dick.
I'm the douche. I'll be straight on. I'm the douche. Because I think I am better than everybody else, and I'm going to shoot you in the face if you disagree. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Okay, Shauna, do you want to go next? Sorry. Okay.
My name is Alwyn Liegenfelter, and I am the resident healer of the group. So remember that before you decide to be a dick.
I make no promises.
Ugh. See if I heal your wounds then, sir.
All right, and Mike Shell, how about you? What's your story?
I'm an elder defender, a high elf cast out from my homelands because it was the elders had thought that my family under of House Phoebus had sided with the Dark Elves, and I'm on a quest, and I'm trying to clear my family's name.
And what do you bring to the table once the fists start flying?
I am the wielder of the greatest sword, the great sword of Hoeth, a mighty 7-foot-long blade that will rip anything to shreds.
Wait a minute, how tall are you?
Well, I'm a high elf, so I'm pretty tall.
He's about as tall as me.
In other words, because that blade is 7 feet long, are we sure it's on the ground?
Yep, from pommel to razor tip.
Anywho, expect crass and snarky from Alwyn the entire time, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Matty, what's your story?
Well, if I can find my damn thing again, I have a ton of things, and to be honest, I've been stuck in House of Cards mode for the last couple of, you know what. Anyway, I could give you the name though. The name is Oliver Whistler Siffley.
Yep.
There we go. Now I got it. I got my sheet. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a human pit fighter, a Reiklander. Pit fighter, as in I could put you to the ground by hand, or I could swing a thing to your head. Either way, yep. If you hear me whistle, you die.
I cheat at gambling because you still owe me 50 silver coins.
Do you want me to turn into Mary Poppins, y'all?
Hey, haven't seen Guardians yet.
Yeah, I know. Okay, fair enough. But it's all over the damn thing anyways.
I know, but still, I haven't seen Guardians yet. Shut up.
Do I need to play the spoiler horn?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have to. That's the only joke I'll make about it.
Now, before we get started, there is one minor thing we need to get out. We need to get out of the way. Now, for those of you who don't know, June 17th is Free RPG Day. And for those of you who can, I highly implore you to visit your local hobby store and see what they've got in play. If you're familiar with Free Comic Book Day, it's basically the same thing, just with RPGs instead of comics, obviously. But now the initial plan that I had was that for the month for Monk Minis. Because of the delays, plans changed. But but this time I'd like to have all of you, the viewers, have a say in what we end up picking for the future one shot that will be done. So, and Shades, I'm hoping that you've got the link in the description for this stream.
Not yet, but I'll get up here in just a minute.
Yep. There will be a straw poll in the video description that is going to have 4 games, and this will also be on the Facebook page. Depending on who gets the most votes, that will be the one shot that I'll run at the end of June. Now, bear in mind that the deadline for votes is going to be June 28th. After that, I'm going to look at whoever got the most votes, and I'm going to go from there. So no vote spamming at the last second, people. But the 4 games are Feng Shui 2, which is a very Hong Kong action kind of game. Legend of the Five Rings, which is samurai fantasy. Infinity, which is a manga-inspired sci-fi series. And Iron Kingdoms, which is steampunk mechs. So hopefully he'll have that in the description. Shades, I did put the cover images if you want to use that for the Facebook version later on.
I'll see what I can do.
So with that said, let's finally get this shit started. So the 4 of you are technically in the employ of Aristeo von Brenner, and after a bit of traveling, you end up in the town of Averheim, which is right here on the giant ass map of the Empire that I put up. And let me switch over to, and here is a more proper map of Averheim itself. Averheim is a decent little town. It's got a bit of river fishing, a bit of farming, and a bit of docks, which means, of course, you have docker gangs. Now, as you're arriving, go along the docks. You see what looks like two groups of us. Two groups having a bit of a scuffle. One of them saying, "I know it was you. I know it was you guys who killed them. So why don't you up and say it? I didn't do jack shit, baby." And just escalating, and eventually they spot. Eventually, through the scuffling, one of them turns aside and says, and looks straight at Arstia and says, "Oi, pretty boy, you want some too?"
I have no time for your pitiful, petty arguments.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Well, I say I got plenty of time. For you and your band of little freaks.
Okay, completely off topic here. I'm so sorry, but you were sounding very much like Boghar Langhorn right now.
I wasn't trying to, but I'll take it.
Own it, dude. Own it.
Yep.
All right. Well, at this point, I point my pistol right at him and like, "You don't want to cross me if you know what's good for you, you foul scum."
Come on, own it. William Regal, that shit, dude.
I'm trying to, dude.
No, he was talking to Mildra.
No, he was talking to me on that one. I'm trying to sound snobbish.
You gotta tuck a little name.
Real cute, mate. You got yourself a little pea shooter. So he goes, "Oh, are these guys with you too?"
Yeah,
And just
yes. And if you keep talking, your head's gonna be up your ass.
And I'm not healing you.
Unfortunately, as that's going on, all of a sudden you hear the sound of a smack. So somebody started throwing fists, and then things got worse.
Because of course they did.
Yep.
So
Oh my, here we go.
let me put you on map. If this thing will cooperate with me.
It usually doesn't.
Technology does not like me.
Should I just wait in the back, boys?
Well, you are a healer. I don't see any reason why you should
All right.
dirty your hands with this little scuffle.
Everybody roll initiative, which is going to be a straight agility characteristic roll.
All right, and what the fuck do I need?
So look on the character sheet PDF and look at agility. That's gonna be your characteristic dice. That's
I
how
have
many
3
you're gonna be
there.
rolling.
Alright, so mine's 4.
Okay.
So 3 characteristic dice.
And that's it?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I got 2 successes, 1 boon.
Same.
1 success, 2 boons.
Okay, so
I mean, hang on a second. Let me. I got.
all right.
All right. And also, for anyone in the chat who's watching, we're not going to be using the on-screen dice roller because this doesn't use those kind of dice. This is, in fact, our dice roller for this game. You can see why I'm keeping it off screen for the most part, because there's a lot of things to go through and it's all very boring.
Okay, so agility is the is just characteristic dice.
Yeah, we're not using any. When you do initiative, you're not using stances.
Okay, and 1 success and 2 boons.
All right, so let me. Add. So I'm gonna go down with everybody. So starting from the top, Matty, what did you get?
I already said it. 1 success, 2 boons.
All right. And Shades.
2 success, 1 boon.
All right. Mike.
1 success, 2 boons.
And Kay.
2 success, 1 boon.
All right. Arrange that. Which means Alwyn, you're going first.
Oh, hell.
Although it's not like healing is the only thing that you can do.
That is true. Alright, just give me a minute, guys. I gotta look over my action cards again. It's been a while. Alright, Mildra, can I pop you into another room really quick so I can ask a question?
Yeah, give me a second.
Producer alone?
Yeah, there you go. She
Yep.
got it.
Would it pretty much blind all of them or just the?
Oh, speaking of, did I mention I got a new button?
Uh-oh. Another one already? Jesus.
I've been catching up on a lot of stuff lately, and
Yes.
well, Master Oshi's got this one.
I don't need a sensu for that one.
Wait, what was that?
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
What just happened
I
here?
don't need a sensu for that one.
Oh, God.
Master Roshi, gonna need a sensu. Yep. Every time we burn,
Keeps talking at the exact same time you keep talking.
there you go.
I'm trying to hear Mildra and you're drowning him out.
Well, I'm sorry. I have a stream to run still. We got to keep our fans entertained.
Alright, what was that again, Mildra? I'm sorry.
No Cure You Crimson. I haven't had a chance to look at any of the memes that were sent in yet. Oh, shit. That reminds me. Thank you, 700 Gale, for reminding me. I have to prep my soundboard for today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In case indeed it indeed becomes Monk O'Clock, of course.
I don't have that button.
Well, I do, so I have that ready.
No, it's another button.
Another button I have to
You'll
press for
receive.
today. So, yeah, I have to press this button. Hold on. You guys wouldn't be able to hear it. There. Now you will. Yeah, I have this button to press, because 700 Gale, this one's for you, buddy.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Oh, God, it's
Happy birthday to you. Omedetou! Subarashi!
And, of course, Mildra and Lady K picked the perfect time to come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got another one. Got a new one for that one.
Ominous.
But, yeah, 700 Gale, that one's for you. Subarashi!
Okay,
All right.
so 4 on the characteristic dice.
Are you so you're casting the spell?
Yes.
Are you going into conservative or reckless?
I'm gonna go conservative. These seem like small fry
All
compared
right.
to what I'm used to.
You can switch. All right. First off, let's see, dazzling light. That is a spell. That is a intelligence roll. So you're going to be using your intelligence characteristic plus any die you get from spellcraft.
Okay, so.
So
Oh,
intelligence. So you have 4 in intelligence. So you have 4
yeah,
characteristic
4 on
dice.
characteristic.
And you'll be able to use one. You'll be able to use 1 expertise die because you have spellcraft trained.
All right, what about the conservative die?
Let's see, what is your? Okay, you have 3. You have 3 conservative. You have 3 pieces in conservative stance. So you can switch up to 3 of those intelligence die for conservative die if you so want to.
Okay, where is that at? Apparently, I'm missing something here.
What when it comes to conservative dice?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where that is on my.
It's the green. It's the on the. Are you looking for that on the? It's not something that's going to be on the sheet. You're switching out characteristic for conservative or reckless.
Oh.
There's the acquired stance pieces, but that's just to determine how many in either stance you have.
Gotcha.
So that's why I said you can do up to 3.
I'll go ahead and use 2.
All right, and because of the rules of the spell, give yourself 1 misfortune dice.
Okay.
And because this is a low amount of difficulty, give yourself 1 challenge dice.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
Actually, scratch the challenge dice because this is contested. So, yep, roll it. Roll on.
6 successes, 1 delay. What the hell? That turned into a freaking tongue twister for a second.
Hey.
6 ships slip silently out to sea.
Yeah, nope. Not gonna even try.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 6 successes, 1 boon, and 1. Apparently.
And one delay, you said?
Yeah. I mean, I can if I summary 0 blank, 6 successes and 0 challenge, 1 boon and 1 bane. 0 cigars comment, 0 chaos star, 1 delay, 0 stress and fatigue, 0 righteous success.
The delay in this case is just going to make it so that you'd have to wait 3 rounds to be able to cast Dazzling Light again.
Gotcha.
All right. On the plus side, now I need you to ping with. Now, first off, let me roll on my end. So I'm rolling 3 and 1.
Actually, because I'm between both of them, would it work for both?
Yeah, I'm going with both, and plus, I failed. I got 2 boons, but you failed. So, sorry, carbonation. So, these 3 that are right in front of you, they are blinded for 4 rounds.
Blinded by the light.
Wrapped up like a jupe, another rover in the night.
So that is going to be for 4 rounds. You have if you want to cast again next round, you're going to have to channel power first. And Aristeo, you're up.
All right, then. Well, seeing as though I'm a pistolier, I don't have to move around that much. I just get to point and shoot. Especially since
You
how
point
close
and
I
shoot,
am.
but you're not. But keep in mind, you're not a sniper.
No, that means I can't shoot from a great distance, but I'm more than close enough to any of my targets from where I'm at. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go take a shot at this son of a bitch right here with a range shot.
All right. Let's load you up. Okay. So are you just doing a basic attack, not using any of your?
Not yet. I'll save that.
All right.
Start off simple, you know.
All right. Range shot. So that is going to be agility plus any expertise die from ballistic skill. So you've got 4 in agility, and so you'll start with. Well, first off, are you going to be in conservative or reckless stance?
Tricky.
You've only got 1 You can only do 1 conservative, but you can do up to 3 reckless.
Yeah, you know, I'll get a little reckless. We'll put 3 in reckless.
All right. So that's 3. So that's 3 reckless die, 1 characteristic die, 1 expertise. And since you're going opening, give yourself one fortune dice.
All right. Oop. Ho ho ho! Okay, I did get 6 successes, 1 boon, 2 stress, and 1 righteous success. Which, if I'm reading this correctly,
trying to recall, did it?
Huh?
Now, since you got a righteous success, did it automatically re-roll it?
Yes, it did, and it re-rolled into a second righteous success, which re-rolled into a standard success.
All right, so that means you got. That's a total of 8 damage. How many boons did you get?
1.
Sadly, that is not enough. And you didn't. And did you get any banes?
No banes.
All right, that means you did.
Those
That
playing the
means
home
you
game,
did.
Banes are bad.
which means you did 8 damage, and unfortunately, that's not enough to do a critical.
Still. Off to a good start, I think.
So, could you ping who got shot? All right. You hear there's a thunderous boom from that gun, and he is down to 2. He's down not 2 but 3 wounds.
Ooh.
He has a soak of 1. And now it's their turn. Let's see. Away.
Oh, now they run.
Well, one of them got shot, and you see one of them back. You see one of them back off and say, "Watch! We've got a witch in here. Watch!"
Oh, shit.
That's not the worst of your problems, bub.
And the other ones,
I want to be your friend. Swing.
the other ones, well, they can't. In the immortal words of Geordie, they can't see shit, Captain.
Was that a blooper?
No, it's a running meme.
Ah.
Although he probably couldn't see shit because of a certain hazing ritual. If you've seen Fresh Hell.
God damn it. Every time I do the sit down and do TRPG in the last couple of weeks, mosquito. The fuck?
Ugh.
AKA the state bird.
I'm gonna give her the fucking state bird in the thing. A bunch of it keeps showing up.
Anyway,
Also,
now. Go ahead.
Sorry, Slicker in the chat. So who's the Varric type for this game? Biohybrid. Does there always have to be a Varric type? Yes, for comedy.
I'm gonna miss saying Derek, keep it in your pants.
Don't worry, there will be opportunities for that later. Patience.
There will be levity and comedy and people getting Dave. Don't worry.
Anyway, Anel, you're up.
I'm up. All right, so.
Phrasing.
And we're back again.
That joke will never die.
Well, since those two have it pretty much handled down there, I'm going to go head right up here and go. I'm not going to use any of the of my cards just yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for a basic slice and dice and try to see what my if I can rip them asunder with my great sword.
All right. So, me. All right. So let's see. So you've got. All right. So that's going to be strength and weapon skill. So let's see. You've got 4 in strength.
Yep.
And you have an expertise die for weapon skill.
Okay. So 4.
And are you going to be going conservative stance or just straight characteristic?
I'm going to go ahead and go conservative on this.
All right, so you can switch up to 3 of those characteristic die with conservative.
So I'll go ahead and do 2 and 2 on the conservatives. So 2 characteristics, 2 conservatives, and 1 expertise die. Right?
That is correct. So roll it and let's see what you get.
4 successes and 1 Sigmar's Comet.
Which, because there's not going to be any specifics on that, that's going to count as a success and a boon at the same time.
That makes 5
All
successes.
right, gents, I will be right back.
All right. So you said 5 successes.
Yep, and a boon.
All right. Nothing. Which means that is also 8. That is going to be a total of putting him down to 3 wounds.
Oh, wait. Oh, just
So that managed to leave a significant gash.
Oh, actually, I forgot something. Flanking maneuver. Because technically, am I not engaged? With the
Yeah. So roll that 1 fortune die and let's see if that gets you. Let's see if that gets you a few more boons.
On fortune die. Yep. 1 more success.
But no boon.
No boon.
All right. So same result then.
Okay.
All right. Which means that Whistler, you're up.
All right. Question number 1. We worry about these 3 jobbers over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, let's take care about jobber number 1 who got shot. Let's see. Kind of want to go conservative thunderous blow. But part of me is want. But I'm not so sure.
So could you?
Give me a minute.
Actually, hope this is working. Oops. There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to do a thunderous blow.
All right.
I'm going to go after the wounded warrior, thinking that just to scare the other 2 even more. Going, the witch ain't the one thing you need to worry about.
All right. Are you going reckless or conservative?
Conservative. Let's not go overboard here. You know.
All right. Let's see. Your strength is 5.
That's what I have here. Yes.
Yep. So you can do up to 2 of those as conservative or reckless, but you can't mix it.
So 3 characteristic dice and 2 conservative die.
Yep. And give yourself an expertise die because the attack you're going with uses weapon skill.
I also notice the fortune die. I give myself 1, or
Give
that
yourself
doesn't count?
because you're doing a follow up. Give yourself 2 fortune dice.
Okay, because on the sheet there was 1 checked, so I'm like as downloaded. So I didn't touch anything otherwise. Let's see.
Actually, yeah, because of your background, you technically have a fortune die, so that technically means you're getting 3 fortune die.
That makes it 3. All right, that sounds fair to me. Let's roll them.
Mm-hmm.
Roll them bones. Ooh, okay. Here's what I got. I got 2 successes, 3 boons, 1 Sigmar's comment.
All right, which means that is 3 successes technically.
Yes.
3 successes and 3 successes and 3 boons, and that also means that first off, you hit for normal damage, so you do 6 damage.
I also noticed that 2 boons is 1 critical on the card.
Yep, you get +1 critical, and because you got 3 successes, you got a critical as well. So you're going to be doing 2 criticals, which means I get to use something for the first time.
Hey, all right, let's do that.
Now, if you'll see what I've just got here, this is the wound deck. Anytime somebody takes a critical wound, they have to draw from this deck.
Maybe we take a look at what it says.
Yep, so let me. So that's 2. That's 2 of them. So that is going to be dealt to you, Matty. And those are the wound effects that he is dealt with. So he's got swimming vision and nerve damage.
Boom!
With nerve damage, he doesn't have enough total severity for it to be the severe version. So he doesn't have that yet. And yeah, this basically means that he's going to be adding a couple of misfortune die to his attacks. And as soon as by this point they're pretty much regretting the fact that whoa we don't want no trouble with no mercs. No.
Well, and you got trouble now, son.
Immediately you see somebody coming from the back saying, What's all this fuss? Did you start this? So we were just trying to test this stuff. One of the dockers from the back who was running off tries to explain to his boss that he was just trying to test them, and gets the sound of one fist punching.
Ladies and gentlemen, Medieval Dave.
It's like
it's not a slap upside the head; it's a straight up punch to the news.
You pick him up. You guys piss off. When he says you guys, he's pointing to the other gang, because you can see one of them they have blue bandanas, and the other one they have a red tattoo on certain parts. So you're dealing with two completely different gangs. One of the and the guy who comes up to you says, "Well, it's not often I see a new face around here. What's your?" Let me recall those. So, suppose I should thank you for diffusing that situation. He says as he comes up to Whistler.
Well, if you call it diffusing as in punched the heat out. Yeah. He was threatening my crew and my friends.
They'll live. I think a few knocks to the head will do them some good.
He'll have a scar to remember this lesson by.
They won't certainly forget that anytime soon. Try to question my pride.
Still, it's not often I see a group so unique, and it's certainly not often that I see a couple of those. He says, looking at Anel and so, I have words. Alwyn.
Wait, you can actually brain today, sir?
You're this close to getting the button, Mildra. Careful.
Yeah, I know.
My button is on the horn.
So,
Phrasing.
Oh.
So, which one? So, which one of you four trollmakers is the boss around you?
That would be me, sir.
When he wants to.
Watch it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I say when we let him.
Watch it.
What are you gonna do about it?
Don't mind us. We like to rib him.
Like to rib him? It's my job to rib him.
So noted. Well, then, I suppose, and who at the very least do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Aristeo von Brenna, good sir.
Oh, you're one of them. Nope, you're one. You know, no. Normally, highfalutin types really piss me off. But you four look like you're not some thin-skinned sort when it comes to that. And if you're hiring somebody as stocky as him, then you must know your right way around at least one form in this world. Tell you what. As a reward for keeping my boys in line, how about I buy you a drink?
I'll pass. But thank you for the offer.
We'll kindly accept. In the meanwhile, we're not gonna say no to a free beverage.
Yeah, just don't come bitching to me when all three of you have hangovers.
Please, I find myself able to carry myself much better than that, and you know it.
Okay, off character. Okay, there's a reference there.
Not really. I'm just having fun.
You had to throw in the fireball, didn't you?
Well, we are a month away from Great Balls of Fire.
Oh,
I still can't believe they did that.
Move it right along, me neither.
So right here is where you guys are headed. It is. You see a sign that says the upright pig, with a painting on it that looks exactly what you think it does. Though right below it, though the sign seems to be oddly taped, and you see a sign right below it that says, "Beware of flying patrons." He goes, Welcome to the best drink you can get in Averland. Take a step back. And as soon as you hear that, you hear this loud crash as somebody goes right through the fucking sign.
Oliver looks like my kind of place.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good thing I'm only having the one drink then.
We're gonna have to fix the sign again. Anyway, let's get to. We may as well get to that drink. So as you go, and he says, "Oh, I suppose I should give my own introductions. Folks call me Werner Klipp. I'm the leader of these here wharf rats. You've come at a very funny time, you know. Because one of our boys, Rolf Holler, had disappeared about a week ago. He had been the go-between when deals need to be done with the fish. So of course all my boys suspected that one of the fish had something to deal with it, and I, being the one smart group in this band of bastards, had said, calm down. Let's wait until we hear something from the watch before we do something stupid. Apparently, a few of the boys decided that they prefer do something stupid.
Of course they did.
He's like, "Oi, Hilda, 4 of them." After a bit, you see a barmaid and four pewter mugs to everybody except Alwyn.
Show me which of your boys need tending to.
You need not worry about that. I think they've made their way down to the hospice. But we've got our own little issues here. I know it's quite a bit to ask, considering that you all just got here. But if you hear a bit of rumors about, if you hear a bit of word about my guy, could you relay that to me? Gang fights are bad for business, you see.
I can understand that. Nobody wants to walk out of a place and get mugged because some gang thinks they own the joint. I've had to deal with my fair share of them myself.
It's good to see you know reason. I'm pretty sure that I recall hearing that the boss around here, Mr. Bearfaust, has his own interest in making sure that this deal is dealt with as swiftly as possible.
If anything comes to our attention, we'll be sure to let you know.
If any gangs start fighting, we'll arrange the end of it.
Mm-hmm. And well, if you're so bold, you might be able to have some chances talking to the fish. They're usually around Griffin Bridge, acting as their own little watch. But everybody's got their own little rumors about town. If you might you, he hands you a note with some scribbling on it. But be careful who you ask. There's been word of some guy around town making his own steak.
Okay.
Yep.
As you begin to exit, when you nearing the exit of the tavern, you happen to see this sign posted on the wall. Did I make that too small?
Nope, it's
Nope.
good.
Yep.
Ugh.
Alas, poor Jurgen. He saved my life.
Oh,
Yes. You must.
Well then,
Yes.
looks like we have our first mission, ladies and gentlemen. What to find out what's going around this town.
Yes.
Now, as far as asking about, so how this is going to be handled is this is going to be one of those rare types where we're going to be using the die in Roll20. I'm going to have each one of you. We'll roll 1d100, and that'll determine who you get a chance to ask. You can each ask one question in kind of a circle thing. So, Matty, how about you start? So just one
give me a
D100.
mosquito that's back for round 2.
Huh?
Mosquito try to fly in front of my screen again. God damn it. 1d100, right? Done. Oh wow. Just a 9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Number
Okay.
Number 8.
Well, it's still a mighty number.
Boo!
In asking around, you end up meeting one of the tanners, Dieter Jokoltz. He's a balding, middle-aged man who smells of quicklime and his own odors. He owns a tannery next to his quote unquote rival Linus. on the east side of the dock, but he's not working. He's resting.
You're not meditating, you're napping.
I was just thinking that. I could sense the air quotes from here.
I know.
But no, the reason why is apparently he received a notice that the property shows signs of water damage and that they're to shut up until further notice. They've been compensated, so neither's complaining. And you see them in one of the other taverns, the White Horse, just drinking and arguing with each other. So what do you think you're gonna ask them when they look at us like, oh, you're certainly a big fella, aren't you? Oh shut up, Linus. This guy looks like he could break you in half. Might do us all a favor too.
Okay, what should I ask them? That's the question. I gotta go with the crew here.
You
What
can ask
should I
him
ask?
about the disappearances, like Jurgen and a few others. You do see other missing person signs on walls and the like throughout town.
All right, so
Or you
that's
can
what
ask him
I'll
about
ask him. I'll ask him about it. Have you heard anything about the missing people? And of course I throw in that name, Jurgen Klin. You're Mr. Klinsky as a reference.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, I know a bunch of folk had come back from some foreign parts. They've been helping out some noble in an expedition. Maybe they'd know more about it than me.
So we go to the.
Well, that's the clue that you got. Mike, you're next. So roll me a D100 if you would.
$76.
All right. So you end up encountering a blonde-haired woman in her late 20s who looks a bit tomboyish, and she says, and you see her shuffling a deck. It's like, oh, you're not. It's not. Should you wear a hood or something? You're gonna stand out like that, elf.
I stand out wherever I go. Hood or no hood.
Perhaps. You know anything about? I've been trying my hand at cards, but maybe Cheater's bones will give me some better luck. You look like a gambling sort.
I've been known to dabble here and there. It's not always been one of my finer skills as of yet, but I still enjoy it.
Oh, it's good. It's good to do that. You wouldn't be passing by all. Look, but a high and mighty elf like yourself wouldn't be passing by little old me if you just wanted to play cards.
Unfortunately, no, not this time around. I'm looking into the disappearance of Jurgen. He was a close acquaintance of mine who had done me who had risked his life to pull me from the water a while back ago, and he's gone missing. So I've taken it upon myself to see what I can do to find him and any of the other missing people.
Well, that kind of well, it's give and take. So I'll make you a deal. So you see her hold up a hold up a card. You think this card is going to have an even digit or an odd one?
Again, I got a very.
Sorry about that for those who are watching that, by the way.
If there is reward to this, then what is my risk?
You win, I help you. You lose, and you help me.
I've helped around enough. I can certainly see what I can do for a maiden like yourself. I say the card has an odd number.
She holds it on the other side, and it is a 7. Well then, you're certainly better at this than I am, aren't you?
Just gambler's luck.
Well, it's better than my luck these days. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say because your friend is not the only person who's disappeared. There's been at least 7 people gone. From what I hear, some people are saying that the new boss who's rolled into town is claiming responsibility.
The new boss. Wow.
But Rolf Holler, who one of those gangers on the docks, is gone. Franz the beggar hasn't been seen since about a week ago. And you should know all too well, poor Olga is in a right panic about missing her husband.
Both her and her son are probably just in a state right now because of this. But hopefully, I can, with some help, bring them a little peace in the world. But fair maiden, I do thank you for your information and wish you more luck on your during your day.
Oh, if I can offer one bit of advice, traveler.
Yes.
Take care on the roads when it gets rainy. There's been some rather awful weather in the last few days. It's like we're living in Nordland.
Going through Nordland.
All right. So next up is going to be you, Shades.
All right, there we go.
Team. All right, and unfortunately that's in the range of the one that Matty rolled. So roll again.
How about that?
All right. You You come across a tall and imposing man in his late 30s. He's got a shock of black hair and a long nose. He's running a shop on the docks, just going. Fine imperial craft here. Fine imperial craft from all the way up from Nordland to the farthest reaches. You also see that he and his wife have of all things silks from all the way from Cathay, which is Cathay is about a month's journey eastward. It's basically Cathay is Warhammer's equivalent of Persia.
All right. So
Whereas the Empire is pretty much like the Holy Roman Empire. Just when it comes to locations.
in which case, I'll walk up to him and go, I'll admit I'm not easily impressed, but your stock is indeed quite good.
Mm-hmm. The two of them have their business set up not too far from their barge, which looks a lot better than most of the boats you'd see coming through Averheim. We go up and down the rivers, so we've had our chances to get some pretty good deals.
Well,
are you interested in buying some Cathay silks?
As much as tempting as that would be, unfortunately right now I have other businesses to attend to, but perhaps you could help me in other ways. I need some information. See, I'm actually looking into the disappearances that have been recently going around town. And given that you guys seem to travel around a lot, perhaps you've heard something.
And let me check. Well, I know that we've only been here for a couple of weeks, but we got moored a little deeper than we planned because of this damned weather for the last few days. Now, provided the Aver doesn't flood, it'll be good news for everyone. The exports always do nicely when harvests fail elsewhere. I realize that makes me a bit of a heartless sort, but business is business.
Oh, trust me, I understand.
But let's be frank. Even somebody as well off as myself knows when to stay near and stay clear of ne'er-do-wells in any given town. And I've been hearing some unflattering things. I've been mentioning some by way of excuse. A man in a black hood. Don't know who it is. They usually know somebody who's that big up in the trade, as I'll say. Probably wouldn't have their identity blown so easily by a simple fabric merchant, now would they?
Obviously not. Seems we're dealing with something a little more nefarious than even I had thought of at first.
I'd also heard a bit of a rumor going about. There was an expedition that came back not too long ago that was headed by one of the nobles. And it was shortly after that happened that people were saying that him coming back was some sort of curse. I put some stock into these sorts of things, but people are too easy to blame a noble and act like that'll fix everything.
Oh, don't I know it?
Well, if that's all the same to you, fair travels, stranger. Keep an eye out on the road. There's been some highwaymen, and if they're that bold to attack in daylight, then we're in some dark times indeed.
Indeed. Thank you for your information. If I happen to come across this way again with some extra fortune on hand, I'll be sure to stop by. You have some wares that I might be interested in.
I appreciate it. It's not often a Brenner shows up at my store.
Glad my name still means something in this world. Well, perhaps one day I can make it mean something again. Something decent.
Fair travels, sir.
You as well.
And lastly, Lady K, Alwyn, roll it. Three. In your investigation, you come across a spry, though a bit gout-ridden man in his late 60s. He has dark hair, but it's got a few gray streaks in there. Unfortunately, you can tell by the smell what his profession is. He's a gong farmer.
Oh, man. Thank God I am a field doctor.
And you managed to catch him. You managed to catch him before he wheels his barrow out, because, well, if you know what a gong farmer is, you'll know what's going in that barrel.
Dung.
Yep.
Excuse me, good sir. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Oh. I always have an ear, madam. You get the vibe that normally he'd be a bit more surly, but he seems to be the type who would be awfully polite to any wizard he comes across. Whether that's because he respects wizards or fears wizards is a matter of interpretation.
I was wondering if I could ask you something about one of the recent men that's come up missing. Jurgen, I believe his name was.
Ah, him. I know there's been a bit of talk, and Dieter and Linus will argue at no end about that sort of thing. Dieter seems to think that it has to deal with the fighting between the wharf rats and the fish, and Linus thinks no, has said no. It's probably somebody else, somebody who knows how to cover their tracks. Dock workers aren't that smart.
Mm-hmm. Who are Dita and Linus, if you don't mind me asking?
They're a couple of tanners. They usually hang out around the White Horse, drinking themselves into a stupor and arguing over everything there is to argue, and making at least 5 new things a day to argue about.
Oh, I know those feelings all too well.
I swear, if I didn't know any better, I'd assume the 2 of them were married.
Gotta love it, right? Is there anything I could use my talents to help you with, sir? You or someone else, maybe.
There has been a woman who's been who sometimes is at the with all that white you're wearing, maybe she could help you out.
I just wanted to show some appreciation for taking a moment to talk with me.
Oh, no need. Just being able to talk with somebody who doesn't yell is a kindness enough for a man my age.
I've had enough of yelling in my age already, it seems.
You're young. You'll get your fill of it.
I'm not surprised, but again, I thank you. I believe I'll make. What was it you said? The White Horse and the Hospice?
You'll find that if you want to talk to those two idiots, you can always find them either at the White Horse or at their tanneries. And at the hospice, you'll be able to find, well, one of the rare few noble women who actually gives a damn about people breaking their backs in this city.
All right, thank you very much.
Fair travels.
You as well.
Okay then.
And as evening arrives, the four of you converge to compare notes. So, you know at least the following things: the disappearances started when an expedition came back to Averheim. There's apparently some new kingpin that's been making the rounds, and the two Docker gangs are chomping at the bit for the tiniest excuse to get into a full-fledged fight, as well as the whole thing that Jurgen is not the only person who's disappeared.
Plus, there's the info about the man in the black hood.
Mm-hmm. But as you converse about this, a girl in her late teens eventually approaches you and says, "Hello, sirs. I've seen you about the place a few times lately. It's not so often I see a face I don't recognize around the knackered horse. If I may be so bold, who are you?"
My name is Aristeo von Brenner. And you are...
Ute the busker.
I noticed the look on Erwin's face.
Oh, busker is a street performer.
Ah.
Just watch your coin purse. She leans in quiet. She leans over and whispers in his ear, "Watch your coin purse."
Duly noted. So Uta, to what we owe this disturbance?
Hold on a second.
Also, I haven't heard Gale. What, do you put a pot on my head? What the fuck are you talking about? In the chat, he's like, is it possible to put a pot on Shades' head when he's in character?
Why?
Yeah.
To try to give him a more nasally sound.
Again, why? Anyway, she goes, well, you're not gonna find anybody who knows more about the docks than me. But have you heard? But how are things have been outside the town?
Disastrous, like everything else in this world.
Second. But you do. She does start talking doing a bit of an anecdote, and okay. Everybody roll. Let's go with straight intelligence characteristic, and put in one challenge die to see if you notice what's going on.
Two successes, one bane.
2 successes, 1 boon.
4 successes.
2 boons and failure.
Okay, everybody except Anel. Here's some footsteps slowly approaching Arsteo's waist. So the question is, who's gonna notice the hand first before he tries to reach?
I'm gonna actually be the one to catch it. As soon as he tries to get you, I'm gonna snatch my hand behind him. Go. And just what the bloody hell do you think you're doing?
Sorry, sir. He realized he got busted, and so he goes, Fritz, what did I tell you?
You better damn well hope I'm not missing one damn coin, kid.
Same here.
I look over at Erwin. Looks like you were right. Troublemakers. You better have a damn good explanation for this.
Street performers and thieves is more like. Probably just trying to get some supper this evening.
I was told. He blurs. You hear him apologizing. And then in his panic, he blurts out, "I was told to."
You were told to what?
Nothing.
Oh,
Excuse me, young man.
I stand up, told to do what?
And I say, as soon as he says that, I pull my pistol on him.
I suggest you tell us, young man, right now.
Rest assured, I don't miss.
My boss told me to cut.
Take your time.
To cut the purse of the newcomers who cut up the gang.
Oh, so that's what's going on. You're from one of those gangs we roughed up earlier.
I got friend. Hey, I'm not with them. I got friends. I have. The man in the black hood. Heard of him? Have you? New boss around here. He'll have your guts for garters if you lay a finger on me.
Why don't you take us to him?
I'd like to meet this boss of yours.
Yes.
He looks long. He looks on intimidatingly. You're lucky, kid.
You immediately see him panic and with the realization that even though he technically works, you can tell that even though he technically works for the Cowl, he's never met him. He's only worked with him through agents.
Take us to the proxy you work with most, then. And I suggest you do it now before his trigger finger gets itchy.
I just give him a little smirk.
And of course, I lean down and I go, "Run!" No, I'm not taking a dab. It is not appropriate here.
Did you have to make him shit his pants?
We need him alive and
just so he doesn't do it again.
I'll do it. Come back here tonight. Come back here tonight. I'll bring him out. I swear.
I suggest that you do, because if you don't, we will find you. And you don't want to find out what happens next.
We have a certain set of skills that we will use.
I was trying to avoid that reference, goddammit!
God damn it, Mike.
Mike, I had it.
Do it! Finish it!
I was trying to avoid that reference.
You see, these boys can all inflict the violence. I'll heal it so they can do it again. Don't make us find you.
Although
I almost smashed a keyboard, but I almost smashed a mosquito.
That's what that was.
As the whole affair does go on a bit, when passing by the shore of the dock, Olivier, you spot a body on the shore of the docks.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's not
the kid's corpse, isn't it?
No.
All right. We just meant to scare him, not kill him. Jeez.
No, the body. It looks like a heavily built man in his 30s. He's got a bruiser's face with a broken nose, close cropped hair, and a number of ugly looking scars. He has wounds. Oh, go ahead.
Please tell me that's not the man we're looking for.
Okay, you can. Okay, when it comes to examining the body. Now, first off, considering that you don't see he's got black hair and black eyes, so he's not Jurgen.
Okay.
Do we have information on all the other people that came up missing recently?
You just have the names. Now, as far as examining the body, there's three approaches you can take. You can either roll first aid, education, medicine, or if you've got it, magical sight.
That's for
Dang.
Shauna, right?
Ding.
You've got
Magical sight.
Yep. Okay, magical sight. I believe that is going to be. Yep, that is an intelligence roll. So you're going to be roll. So it's going and this is going to be an intelligence magical sight roll. If you want to use stance die, you can. But the difficulty is going to be 3, so you're going to be putting 3 challenge dice in. However, because you're examining and you've dealt with this and you've dealt with doing medical examining before, give yourself 1 fortune dice. So and of course you've got an expertise die because you have magical sight trained.
Okay, and what was the other thing you said I could do? Was that the conservative or reckless bit?
You can do that, and if you want, you also make sure to add a fortune dice.
I have the fortune dice, I have the expertise dice, I have 4 characteristic dice, and 1 challenge die. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play my chances. Ouch. 1 failure, 3 boons.
Ooh.
All right. You can try again and add an extra fortune die. Since you're now taking time.
All right, and I can still add the conservative die if I want to, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to add 3. I'm not taking any chances this time. Okay. 1 failure, 2 boon, 1 delay, 1 righteous success, and Sigmar's comment.
So was that a net success or a net fail?
That sounds like a net success.
Yes, Luke. Summary is not what you really need. What I'm mostly going to need is the results.
1 failure, 2 boon, 1 Sigmar's comment, 1 delay, and 2 righteous success. That's what I've got.
Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah.
So when you look at it through the winds of magic, you do see a very faint trace of dark magic that lingers around the injuries. Namely there's some very shallow holes on some parts of the body, though clearly not enough to disable somebody that size. But on his arms and chest, you see some glowing slashes that look like they were made with some sort of blade. And given the glow from those slashes, that blade has some dark magic associated with it.
Alwyn recoils in horror at seeing magic used this way. What? Who the hell are we dealing with?
Can we kill him?
Well, you can't kill that guy. He's already dead.
Oh.
Duh.
It's just that you might want to explain. You might want to.
I start explaining everything that my sight has opened up to me, including the bit about dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
And Shades, I'm going to fucking kill you.
What did he
What?
do?
I commented on something on Facebook, and unfortunately, it's something that she didn't want to see.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What? What?
One of our con buddies had an issue coming home with a giant fucking spider on the windshield of their car.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I just saw the thing. Oh,
You did that even though in the last campaign I went to special lengths to get rid of anything spider related.
Oh, you're
I'm gonna
getting
fucking kill you.
Yeah, she's getting. Why do I get the feeling she's about to get up and get a book?
Shades, I will inform your next of kin.
Oh, no. I'll inform them myself. I have them on Facebook.
Of course, that time faster in the chat. Uh-oh, someone's on couch duty tonight.
Oh, why'd you have
Actually,
to
you know what? I'm
tag
gonna make this
her?
even better. I'm gonna make this even better. I'm only going to kill your ass once during the next fight. You better not ask me for a fucking thing, mister.
I'm gonna kill your ass, but just your ass. The rest of you is fine.
But after you explain, you see one of the watchmen going, "What's all this noise?" As he approaches and goes, "Oh."
Yeah, you
We
noticed
need to get
that
this
too,
body
huh?
to the hospice now.
Sir, we may have I will allow this. I did not see you. I do not know who you are, stranger. But I know that I'm not stupid enough to deal with somebody who has at least 2 companions who are heavily armed like that.
We
And I'm
found him dead.
You can find
Listen.
the hospice a block. You can find the hospice a block from here.
Thank you. Which way?
He points at the direction, which, given that the hospice has the dove and hands of Shalaya, the goddess of mercy, it's not exactly something that's easy to miss. There's something that's
Thank
hard
you.
to miss. Sorry. So
All right,
you
gents,
go-
let's get this body into better light now.
So you go in and you do and. So
that whole seaside
you head right about here, and the hospice is half a temple of healing and half of what could be considered a medieval hospital. You do see a few priests of Shalia, trying to heal people. Let me.
Alwyn
And-
marches right up to the priests. Might I have a word, please?
You approach the priest who's in a conversation with a woman who has somewhat of a noble appearance. She goes, "Well, please hold on a moment. Honored Graf. Yes, may I speak? What is? I was going to say. Could you state your business? Oh,
I would like to borrow a cot to examine him further. In exchange, I will use my talents to help you heal whoever needs healing.
I will greatly appreciate that. And you also see the woman he was talking to before and saying, I'm coming along.
Might we have a screen to put up around the body so as not to further disturb any of the other patients?
Go ahead.
I thank you. All right, boys, let's put them towards the back. Let's get some
Yep.
lanterns. Make sure the space is well lit. Oi, fussy butt over there. Why don't you start grabbing the screens?
Watch your tone. As I start getting to work.
But okay. Now, when it comes to the other skills with examining the body, if anybody has first aid, education, or medicine, you can use that. Otherwise, it's going to be a straight intelligence roll.
I have first aid, but I'm not trained in it. Is that correct?
Let's
I showed on my base.
Do I- Sorry.
No, you're not trained in first aid. You're trained in
Yeah, that's what I was making sure.
Do I have any sort of skill that will tell me what kind of dark magic we may be dealing with?
And the only thing that you're able to tell is that it uses the black wind, which is the wind that's used by dark magic. The only problem is there are multiple people who use it. The Skaven, aka Ratmen, use it, but also certain witches and most infamously the Dark Elves. You use dark magic.
Okay.
She goes, late honored wizard. Is there something
Just
that you're
Alwyn, please. Just call me Alwyn.
Alwyn, she says, is there something that the deceased is saying, that is the deceased is giving off, that you can see and the rest of us cannot?
He was killed with dark magic. I was hoping to get better light to see what the extent of the wounds actually were, because it was a poorly lit area that we found him in.
Everybody roll intelligence. This is going to be difficulty 2. So when you build your die pool, put in 2 challenge dice.
Okay, that's it.
Intelligence. If you want to use the stance end of things, you can. Because you're in an examination area on a proper cot in the hospice. Everybody, give yourself 1 fortune die.
All right, so 3 characteristic, 1 fortune, 2 challenge for me then.
Yep.
Okay, 1 success, 1 chaos star for me.
2 successes, 1 bane, 1 chaos star.
3 successes, 1 bane, 1 chaos star.
All right.
And
So
4 successes, 1 chaos star, 1 delay.
All right. So here's what you ended up finding. The flesh surrounding the injuries has turned gray and soft. It's like the consistency of warm cheese rather than cold meat. And further, but and now what you ended up noticing is that the injuries are not common with any sort of weapon or poison. But although the injuries are nasty, they shouldn't have led to sudden death. But as you're examining, the woman referred to as Gravin approaches and says, "I had heard of this man. This is one of the dockers, Klaus Keller. It does mean no kindness to speak ill of the dead, but he ran a protection racket."
Oh, yay. Gents, I'm going to go ahead and leave this in your hands. If you could show me who needs attention now, I will be more than happy to help.
Ravin, who, for the record, I suppose she follows you. She walks along with you to some of the people who are in need of proper help. She goes, "It's not often I see a properly trained wizard around these parts. Oh, where are my manners? Gravine Clothilde von Alttraum," who, for the record, looks a little bit like this.
Sorry, had to.
It's a pleasure, madam, again. Refer to me as Alwyn. That is more than appropriate.
But eventually, you do see a few dock workers, but thankfully for you, the wounds on these dock workers aren't consistent with what happened earlier. This happened before you arrived. We found them earlier with a note that said, "This is what happens to those who do not take the black." I'm not sure what it means, but I appreciate your help.
Would I be able to look at that note?
Oh, here you go. She hands you the note.
Thank you. I take it back over to the boys and hand it right over. Shades, what's your character's name again?
Hairstyle.
Oi, fussy butt. Take a look at this.
Let's see what you've dug up this time.
This was found with these 3 dock workers. They were incapacitated before we even arrived.
Aha. This is what happens to those who don't follow the black. Could they be referring to that man in the black hood that I heard about? Huh.
It's entirely likely. I've got my own suspicions on who this guy is, but none of them are pleasant.
Obviously, considering the kind of damage he's doing to this town. Well,
This was done with black magic. There are only 3 types of people that use it.
none of them are the kind we want to be dealing with, but it looks like we may have gotten ourselves wrapped up in this, whether we wanted to or not.
We need to. I do have a lead that I would like to look into, and for that, I need to check the tannery first, and then I need to go to the White Horse.
You hear Clothilde interrupt, saying, I would not be so bold to interrupt, but the sun's coming down. I don't think you four have set up any place to stay, have you?
Afraid not. We have been rather busy dealing with a whole slew of messes.
As much as I would welcome the chance to have you stay at my estate, there are reasons I am not able to do that. Let's say.
Could I perhaps pry out of her what kind of issue she's dealing with?
Possibly a jealous husband.
You've heard of the Mad Count, yes?
Oh, who hasn't?
Many of the nobles would consider me the highest of prizes, and as a result, they would like me to be at the side of who could be considered the new count. You have no idea how exhausting it is to have to deal with offers of marriage on an almost daily basis. Especially with one in my position.
I understand.
Seeing four individuals at my estate would cause talk, and not idle talk, among the electors to be. However,
real quick, Mildra, out of character. Who is this character again?
Cloth. What with the Mad Count?
No. Who are we speaking with right now?
Grabbing Clothilda von Alpar.
Ah, okay. I know what's going on now.
Oh.
Ah. Yes, I am aware of who you are, Ms. von Apram. In fact, my family tried at one point to have me be to ask for your hand in marriage.
I recall seeing your name in one of those letters. But based on your tone, you weren't the one writing it.
Alwyn chuckles derisively on the sidelines.
It was more. I prefer to actually get to know my future brides. Unfortunately, my family had insisted that I marry into power. Obviously, they didn't understand your way of thinking.
You a polygamist?
No, I just meant if I'm going.
This was out of character.
Oh.
I was teasing. You said my brides, as in
oh,
plural.
whatever. Anyway.
I didn't realize you were a Mormon.
Thank you, Mildra.
Nice.
Should if I check your closet, am I going to find magic under?
Thankfully, no. I am not part of that.
But
All right, we should probably split up.
But she essentially offers you a room at the Journey's End coaching inn. Right.
Thank you, good lady.
Your kindness is appreciated, madam.
In fact, I will be going. I'm going to drag one of y'all. I'm not sure which one of y'all it is yet, but we are going over here.
Could you ping it again?
Seeing as how it's encroaching on dark, best place to look would be the tavern. We are heading for the White Horse. Hey, you know what, Fussy Butt, come along. That's your new nickname.
Fussy butt.
Fussy butt.
That's what I used to call Jaina.
Yeah. We still kind of do.
Yep.
All right. So heading to the White Horse, you're pretty much going to get the same info from those. When you do approach, you see that he's closing up shop for the bar because it's rapidly approaching sun. You're still dealing with sundown, so everybody's kind of wrapping stuff up because the disappearances have made everybody a little more cautious at night.
Of course.
So he says, if you're looking for somebody, they're probably already gone, madam. Of course, by he I mean the
what were
barkeep.
those? What were those names one more time, Mildra, that you told me about? God bless. Why did I not write those down?
Dieter and Linus.
I'm looking for Dieter and Linus.
You have an awful bit of timing, madam. They just left about 10 minutes ago. Probably
Can you
not gonna
point me towards the tannery if that's where they're headed?
I can, but it's not gonna do much good. With how much drinking those two do, they're going to be out, and not even Sigmar himself could wake them up.
Oh, try me. I'll heal their hangovers if I must.
You heard the lady. Wait, I'm not around, am I?
I was gonna
Never mind.
say, what are you doing?
Well, if you are so insistent,
Just point me in the way of where they're going. We might be able to catch up to them yet. Especially if they're as drunk as you say they are.
hold on a moment.
Please hurry, I gotta pee.
Again, I thought you just went.
It was like 45 minutes to an hour ago.
I know where your daughter gets it from.
Go to fucking hell, mister.
They are about they're about right there.
That's not very far.
Oh, that's not far at all. Alright, fussy butt, let's move. We gotta hurry up and catch up.
If you're going to keep ordering me around, I insist you stop calling me by that incessant name.
Nah, I like it.
Talk about this later.
Hey, your father only told me to keep an eye on you, not to respect you.
I said we will talk about this later. Let's hurry and catch those drunk fools.
Alrighty.
All right, you come to their tanneries, and as was hinted at before, there's a bit of damage. So a bit of water damage, probably from all the bad weather and being so close to the river as they are. And as you approach, you hear two people snoring like a freight train.
Oh, so basically we hear two people snoring like Mike. I'm sorry, I had to, dude.
Sorry, Mike.
Elwyn cracks her knuckles. Stand back, let me work.
This ought to be fun.
Is the tannery locked?
No, they're outside, I think.
Oh, are they outside?
Translation?
Mildra, are they outside or inside?
They're inside. Doors
All right.
locked.
Damn it. You got any lockpicking skills over there, fussy butt?
I just give her a brilliant look. You want to lock pick?
All right. Please.
You want a lock pick? I'll get you a fucking lock pick. Pulls out my gun. Points it right at the door.
Silently, if possible, please, not to alert the guards.
Ugh, damn you. No, unfortunately, I don't have anything of that sort.
You're asking for a silencer in a medieval fantasy RPG.
No, she's just asking for a more silent way to open the door. Which, unfortunately, I don't have the ability to. I have ballistics, coordination, ride, and discipline. I don't have anything else.
Okay, who's got any sort of lockpicking skill among us then?
None of you.
None.
Fuck! God damn it. All right, let's see. Where are we staying again? Journey's End.
Yeah, the Journey's End office.
Which is right here.
Over there.
All right, looks like we're coming back first thing in the morning.
Yep.
Not feeling particularly confident about all this, though, to be honest.
Yep.
Oh, we
Now
better
the
head.
coaching end is a large 2-story building with wide windows.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
It's one of the most well-appointed taverns in the not just in Averheim, but in the entire empire. It's essentially the high class end of the various taverns in the city. And it's one of the few spots that's prepared by halfling chefs. You've got halfling chefs preparing meals. You've got ales from dwarf breweries. You've got wines from vintners in Averheim and Wertbad. And it can get this kind of money because this is the hub in this area for the Red Arrow coaching network. The owners pay handsomely to see that the Journey's End is always staffed properly. But as you approach, you say you see that one of the attendants is who recognizes you and says, Mr. I believe the note here says Fussy Butt.
And I just look over there and at this point, I just look over the arrow with the scowl on my face, like, we are talking about this in a moment.
In the background, you hear Randy.
Alwyn is too busy howling with laughter.
And you hear some random guy in the back.
Lady Altrom had informed us that you would be coming. Your rooms should be upstairs. If you will follow me, please.
Godmama is now my favorite NPC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new running gag.
Son of a bitch.
It's not me! Yay!
You know what, Mike? You should be doing like Krillin. Woohoo! Not me!
And we have a victory, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes!
2 for 2.
Oh, with a snort!
Whoa.
I'm okay.
She's
That
coughing
is
over here.
2.
She's laughing so hard.
Sweet.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are new here or are watching this on the archive and have never heard about this before, when Lady Clay laughs so hard that she snorts through her nose, that is a victory. Kind of like that. If you can get more than 1 in a run, you get more than 3, that is a trophy. Hold that with pride. This is the second time tonight she's gone in a laughing fit so hard that she snorted. Mildra got the victory earlier.
She initiated the thing, and well, Mildra had to throw it in there. I just got the assist. I just tipped it in.
Fussy butt for the win!
Yeah. Evan Hunter Gale, that name will not leave this stream. I can promise you that. I will not allow it.
What?
Oh, it will. There's enough people in this.
Yeah, bear in mind, I usually host most of these calls, or at least I'm the admin on the server. I can make sure you guys can't do it, and I can delete people on the chat for bring it up.
Guys, come on, it's just a nickname I brought up for the for Lord Fussy Pants over there. I'm not gonna even try to remember his name. I swear to God.
Dude, If Mike can live with keep it in your pants, you can live with that nickname.
No. Here's the deal. It's just primarily for Owen to give the Shades' character shit.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, but much like Mike's keep it in your pants, it's a gag that's probably going to flood outside the stream. Because we brought that up plenty of times on other shows.
That is very true.
And it's pretty much guaranteed it's going to be following me, which means I'm going to have to rein this one in while I can.
All right, guys, just remember this was a nickname that we used for Jaina when she was an infant. So let's be nice here. Keep it to the stream if possible, please.
Yep.
2 mention minimum.
No mention minimum.
All right, fair enough. That was my last joke. I'm good. I am Groot.
Oh God, my throat hurts so bad. So do my ribs.
And there she goes again.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Didn't know I coined something funny as hell this time.
And let's finish this part before we wrap it up for the evening. Jeez.
The 4 of you,
we can't possibly top
4
that.
of you head into your respective rooms. They're about as well stocked as everything else in the inn, and that is where we're going to end the inaugural episode of The Enemy Within. Tomorrow next time around will be day 2 of this mystery, so we can and we will hopefully get one step closer to figuring out who's responsible for this. Before it's either going to be that, or you 4 are going to try and kill each other.
Yeah.
I think the Shades is on the verge of wanting to kill me as it is.
Just remember, nobody fucks with the white mage.
You know, it's funny. Like, this is a different turn for us. Normally, we're already like quickly gathering together as friends, and you know, but here we are not starting off on the strong foot here.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had a Matty disappear.
No, well, we're done, aren't we?
Oh, durr.
Yep. So you want to do the wrap up?
Yep, certainly, but we're not going to do the full thing like I normally used to. We're going to be slowly phasing that out and just doing a one-page thing in the future. So tomorrow night, Ranger Recap Live. Join me and Matty and Easy. We got another classic episode of Power Rangers to look at. Let's see what the randomizer gives us for this one. Joining us for that'll be tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Friday, WrestleCast Live. Matty Jay and TWK giving the wrestling news of the week and your emails and comments as well. Let's join them for that Friday at 10. Saturday is the Helmsman with Tony Helms and the gang playing more games online. It's going to be wild, crazy, nuts! Check it out. And I honestly, sincerely hope you guys do because it's a lot of fun. I've been joining them for a few of those lately. And that'll be Saturday at 5. Sunday, Tokurist Live, a triple marathon, 2, 2, and 2. 2 episodes of XA, 2 episodes of Q Ranger, and the 2-episode debut of Kamen Rider Amazon's Season 2. That's going to be a lot of fun, so be sure to join us for that happening Sunday starting at 7. Monday, Rising Sun.
Team Drunk Wife.
Huh?
Hashtag Team Drunk Wife.
Hashtag
Yes.
Team Drunk Wife. Monday, the Rising Sun Podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. It's Mike Shell's pick next Monday, so prepare for anything. It's going to be random as fuck. Because we know Mike. Anyway.
Oh, yes.
And, of course, your weekly dose of AMTV and the anime news of the week. That'll be happening Monday at 9. Tuesday, Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. That'll be happening Tuesday at 8. And, of course, come back here next Wednesday for our second episode of The Enemy Within. And that's going to be interesting, considering how we've started things off already. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, make sure you point your IVs down and blast that like button. Let us know. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't, make sure you hit that little bell icon so that you get notified when all of our streams go live. Also, don't forget to subscribe to all our channels and keep out for other streams on my channel and Lady K's channel, because you never know when she's going to be streaming. She usually streams every Tuesday night.
I'm trying to keep up with every Tuesday night. Last week we had net issues.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I didn't stream last week, on top of passing out like a bitch Wednesday and Thursday both. But to make up for the lack of streaming last week, I am actually going to be streaming again tonight, and we are getting back to Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm probably going to play a whole bunch of Horizon Zero Dawn over the course of this week, with the exception of Saturday, which don't forget to talk to the boys about that.
I will.
So I'm probably going to be doing a whole bunch of Horizon Zero Dawn streaming this week, on top of playing my actual save file. I am at the last quest on my main save file. Mildra, actually, I wouldn't mind having you on, seeing as how you've already completed the game.
All right, if I am able to, I certainly wouldn't mind popping in. It is going to be a little tricky because there is the whole 7-second delay, you know.
Of course. But if you're definitely free tonight, man, feel free to join me. Well, actually, let me know if I can invite you or not to join me.
All right.
So there you go with that. And of course, keep an eye out for all of our videos as well. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled on our Twitter. All of our Twitters are located, or all of our social media links are listed below. So make sure you click on those and follow us on all of our social media. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining us as always here on RVTV. On behalf of my lovely wife, Lady K.
Lady K, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
On behalf of our DM, Mildra the Monk.
My name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.
On behalf of Mike Shell.
This is Mike Shell to remind you to believe in Fez mode.
And on behalf of Matty Jay.
This is Matty Jay, your professional wrestling sports independent promotion as soon as Fuzzy Butt. I mean, as possible.
You son of a bitch! You motherfucker!
Also, fuck the revival.
I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Cure You Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.